Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another video. My name is Diana and I create cross stitch patterns under the name Diana Bloom Designs, and I live in the Canadian prairies with my husband, our two wonderful daughters, and our dog named Scout. Thank you for returning. If you have been here before or if you're brand new here, welcome and thank you for stopping by. So today I really want to talk to you about a couple of patterns that I have coming out, and I have a little bit of a sneak peek for a pattern that's coming out in the near future. I don't have a lot of stitching otherwise. I feel like we've been so caught up with summer lately that I haven't had a lot of stitching time. We had a couple of colds run through the house a few weeks ago, and then it was all summer. I had to get the gardens in, which was really nice. And then I always get this kind of home decor bug in the spring, moving into summer. So we ended up painting the basement, which was wonderful. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that at the end. I'm looking over at the room that we painted. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of splash pad and outside time. So not a lot of stitching time, but I am very excited to show you the patterns that I have coming out today. So I guess just to get started, I will start with the general release pattern that is now available in my Etsy shop. And I'll move over so I can put a picture up on the screen. So this pattern is called Lavender Honey. And you can see that it has some lavender plants with some little bees on top. And they are going to go off back to their hive and make some wonderful lavender honey. And there's a little house in the background and then kind of a simple border. And my hope with this pattern was to kind of show some of the hazy, lazy, hot days of summer, something that's very kind of soft and pretty. It makes me think of sleepy summer afternoons, and I really hope that you like it. I'll show you the floss and fabric for this one. So this one, I don't have a full model done, but I did a little sample that I can show you. And it's designed to work well with Roxy Floss Co. Arrowroot fabric. So I have it on 40 count linen here. And I'll show you just the little sample that I did. So these are most of the colors, especially up here. These are the colors in the house. These are the colors of the bee. And then you can see a little sample of, my focus going crazy, a little sample of some of the floral stitching there. I really wanted this to be very loose and painterly, kind of impressionistic. I think the colors do a good job of providing some contrast and showing that that is a little grouping of flowers. And that's, in particular, that's one of the smaller groups of flowers. So it's not one of the ones that the bees are on, but I just wanted to do up a little bit so I could see how the colors look all together. And speaking of which, I will show you the Roxy Floss Co. floss ring for this. So these are all of the flosses. So there's a good selection of greens, going to quite light. And then this is one of the mid-tone colors in the flowers. It's actually called Slate. It's a very cool kind of blue-gray color. I think it does a really good job. And then this color really is what inspired the piece for me. When I saw this color, I knew I wanted to do something with some beautiful purple florals. This one is called Daydream, and it is so beautiful. And then we've got our honey color yellows for the bee. I just think this is really a very soft and very pretty palette. Maybe different from what I usually expect to use in a summertime palette. I think it works really well and is something that I'm very excited to one day stitch up and get up on my wall. I'll show you that against the linen as well quickly. I just think it has some beautiful honey colors, very soft. So I'm very excited about that one, and I'm very excited about how painterly it is. I'll set these back. I realized I haven't given you details either. I have actually cue cards right here. Very excited. My daughter's into cue cards right now, so we have them kind of everywhere. So that one again is called Lavender Honey. It is 231 by 187 stitches for the stitch count, and a total of 9,456 stitches. So to me, that's kind of a bigger pattern. If we're getting close to the 10,000 stitches, to me, that's a little bit bigger. But it's nice because it has a lot of white space, so it does look really impactful on the wall, which I think is great. And yes, it's designed for Roxy Floss Co. arrowroot fabric with Roxy Floss Co. flosses, but there is a full DMC conversion as well. Yeah, so that's everything that I have for Lavender Honey. I really hope that you like it. I think it's a sweet one for summer. Next up, I have a pattern coming out for Patreon, and this is actually going to be released on June 1st, which at the time of filming hasn't happened yet, but at the time this video goes live, will have happened. But just in case any of my patrons have missed it or didn't see the email, I'm very excited to show the pattern here and also just to share it with you in general. So this is the first time that the Bird of the Month Club that I'm running over on Patreon has had a bird drawn. So I took all of the suggestions of birds from Patreon, put them in a little bowl, and they're all actually in a real little bowl. All the little suggestions are still in here. And I folded them up and did a real draw. And for June, we got the purple finch, which is a beautiful bird. So I was very excited about that for a first drawing. Although I'll be honest, every suggestion was amazing. And so far for July, every suggestion has been very exciting. So I really wish I could design faster because I really would love to start doing more of them. But for now, I'm very excited because I'm going to, in a couple of days, get to draw the bird for July, and I can't wait to see what it is. Again, by the time this video is out, I'll know what it is. All the Patreons will know what it is, and it's going to be announced over there on June 1st. But without further ado, this is the June Patreon pattern for the purple finch that I'm calling Strawberry Picking. Again, I'll move over a little bit. So I'll give you the details while the image is on the screen this time. It is a little bit smaller. It's 125 by 112. So for me, that's like a small to medium. It's not overly large, and it's 3,630 stitches in total. So less than 4,000 stitches. Again, for me, I'm like, that's manageable. That's like a small to medium to me. And it's designed, actually, this one is also designed for Roxy Floss Co. arrowroot fabric. I'm really into it right now. I'm going to show you just the fabric itself, actually. It's warm, and that's actually, I think that's a good representation. It's a lovely, lovely neutral. It's a little bit darker than white. It has a warmth to it, but it's so easy to use. So super into this fabric right now, and it worked really, really well for all of the beautiful pinks that are in this pattern. So let me show you the floss ring as well. I decided to use strawberries as a motif with the purple finch because I was pulling so many pinks with this one that I thought, what can I use that will complement that well? And I was excited to use some of the reds that are in the bird and some of the pinks in the strawberries as well. So they work together really well. And I just thought it was really cute, very summery again, very fresh. So those are all of the colors. I love those kind of bright, fresh greens. And you see there's a lot of like bright pinks in here, as well as like some more muted. This is like a chocolatey brown, and then kind of some more brown pinks and reds to offer some contrast. This brown is near black. I think this one's called Espresso. Very nice. So that's the whole palette, and I just love it. You can't really see one of the greens there. There you are, little guy. Yeah, I'm super excited about this one. I hope that you like it. I like that it should be a very manageable stitch, hopefully. And I'm just very excited also to get to release the first Bird of the Month Club pattern where it was actually the bird was drawn from your suggestions. So thank you again also to everybody who suggested a bird idea for June and everybody also who suggested one for July. Very excited to see what we get. I don't have much else to show except for a sneak peek for a pattern that I'm really excited about. I've been working on it for a little while. I was actually hoping to have it done by now, but I want to stitch the whole thing and have it assembled by launch. So it's had to wait its turn a little bit as I wait for a little more stitching time through the day. But I am working on a needle book. And this is one that I mentioned in a previous video where I talked about my design process behind the scenes. I'm working on a needle book with Eastern bluebirds. So I did decide, and in the video I mentioned, I don't know if it's going to be a male and a female. I don't know if it's going to be a needle book or a drum. Primarily, everybody said that they wanted a needle book, and most people said they wanted both the male and the female on the needle book. So I did most of my sketches for that, and I really want to show you how the stitching is coming along so far. So this is the needle book so far, and you can kind of see I'm working on the front primarily in my stitching so far. That's kind of how that's looking. And then there's the floral design is going to wrap around on this side to what will be the back. And I'm just loving these colors together. That female bluebird on the bottom really needs some of her darker features put in for her to make a little more sense. But I really like how the colors on her are blending and coming together. And I think that the male Eastern bluebird is looking really bright and distinct. And I'm really enjoying how he's looking. So, and getting to see all the colors coming together is really nice. Really excited for that. And this gorgeous fabric is Roxy Floss Co. London Fog, and I'm stitching mine on 40 count. But I actually do think that if you stitched it on a larger fabric, it would be nice too, because you'd get a larger needle book, which, I want to try putting a ribbon in mine to hold my scissors and everything, and mine will be large enough. But if you're somebody who wants to maybe go crazy and start adding pockets and stuff, I think larger counts would be wonderful. And, even you could go 46 count and then you get like a really tiny, really sweet, cute needle book that would fit well in a project bag. So there's lots of options there. Very excited for that. And this London Fog fabric is just so pretty. Here we go. I'll show you the floss ring as well. Lots of really rich colors in this. I'm really loving it. You can see that beautiful purple tone. Which one is this one now? Sugar plum. Love that color. Gorgeous. And then ochre with this butterscotch gold color. So pretty. You can see these are the lighter tones that make up the female Eastern bluebird. She gets a little bit of the dark. And then the male bird primarily gets these colors and this color in here. Really, really pretty. I love the rich tones. I think it's going to be really gorgeous. And I'm personally excited to have it in my stitching bags. And I hope that you're liking how it's looking so far. I can't wait to get that one all finished up. It's a little different for me because normally when I come out with a chart, the intention is just to stitch it and maybe frame it, or, anybody could do anything that they like with them. But with this one, with having the intention be to use it as a needle book, I really want to include instructions for how I'm intending to put it together so that you can end up with something exactly the same if that's your intention. So I'm going to have to figure out, okay, how do I add instructions like that and stuff like this, especially because I'm still starting out as a designer, so I haven't done a lot of the physical products yet, needle books and pin drums and things like that. So it's fun branching out and getting to look into how can I explain things well. I feel like certain designers are known for explaining things well and kind of holding your hand and including really good images. And I just want to think about how I can do that too. So this has been a really fun project in that way as well. It's kind of a design challenge too for putting together the PDF, and I'm really enjoying it. So hopefully this one will be ready just in the next little while. It's so cute. I love how little it is. I love the colors. I've been loving working on this, and it's small enough that I can take it around and take it in the car when we're taking the kids somewhere, or my 5-year-old has been loving sitting on the couch watching Bluey together, and she wants to just start the day with like a blanket and everybody gets really cozy, and I've got my coffee and I'm stitching, and she picks the best episodes. So it's a terrific part of the day, and I'm really loving that. It's only been, I think, 2 days in a row that she's done that. She'll do it periodically, but I feel like that's how tomorrow morning is going to start off as well. But yeah, that's all of the crafting that I have to show. I so badly want to get into all of my other whips, models that I want to stitch, and also some of the personal stitching that I'd sure love to get back to. But it'll all come in its own good time. And for now, we're just rocking kind of little kid life and balancing everything, getting to enjoy, almost a little bit of everything. I get to garden a little bit, stitch a little bit, and a lot of getting to enjoy the moment right now of just digging in the garden with my 2-year-old and seeing her be absolutely delighted by everything that nature has to offer. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're also both girls are enrolled in soccer right now. So because they play opposite days from each other, we have soccer 4 times a week, which it's been really awesome. It's been a very fun way for us to ensure that we get outside every day. But my goodness, it keeps us on our toes. So I think once that slows down too, I feel like we're all gonna feel like we all kind of get our own summer vacation. So that'll be really nice and relaxing. But yes, otherwise, I hope you guys are just having a wonderful stitchy time and that you're enjoying your summer if it's summer for you where you are. I look forward to talking to you again soon. I'll have everything that I can linked down below. And yeah, I guess I will talk to you probably in the next few weeks. Thanks for watching, everyone.